Now, Isaiah Sharp with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Nice cool night, sitting into the 30s right now. Expected to drop just a little bit more overnight, but nothing too crazy. We are going to be seeing a nice clear skies, though, going into tomorrow, which is great. On top of the clear skies that we saw yesterday and today, so partly cloudy conditions continuing on, but that does not mean more snow is not on the way. We are expecting a system to move on through. Quick look at some of your warnings and advisories, and up to this point, not a lot of activity when it comes to winter weather advisories or any of those winter weather storms. Up to this point, just avalanche warnings for a majority of the back countries, not having too much of an impact on some of these larger cities. But these are still in effect and are expected to last until about Thursday at 4 a.m. But they will be coming to an end soon. And our focus is going to be on the next system moving into the region. So this is what we have right now. High pressure ridge sitting right over the top of us, keeping skies nice and clear. A little bit of activity to the north, but really outside of that, nothing going on in the Boise region. But that does not mean we don't see anything coming over the next couple of hours. Take a look at this air mass that's going to be making its way into the Gem State. Probably around Thursday night is when we're expecting it to truly arrive in Idaho, bringing in a lot of precipitation. You can see the forward clouds just before that that rain starts to move into the area, and once that cool air mixes along with it, we are going to be expecting a fair bit of snow to move into the region. Take a look. This is Friday morning when we're expecting this system to basically take over the Gem State. Idaho is going to be covered in snow. Potential of rain snow mixes closer to the Twin Falls region as those warmer temperatures, and we'll have to watch out for the valley regions because there might be a potential of warmer air moving into our region. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. Scott Dorval and I will have the latest update, and Good Morning Idaho on Friday is going to be pretty crucial to tune into because if you got a morning commute, this is going to be very important to keep track of. A lot of precipitation going to be moving over the top of Oregon and moving into the Gem State Thursday night into Friday morning is when a majority of it is expected to fall. Things will start to clear on out as the day continues on. But the morning time is going to be really crucial for the Gem State. I'm focusing in a lot on this because this is a fairly large system that's going to be moving into our area. After that, things really do clear out nicely. Not a lot of activity expected. A cool down is going to follow going into the weekend. Nice drop in temperatures. I'll tell you how cool coming up in just a couple of moments. But the next snowfall expected not until Sunday, February 16th. So going to have to wait a little bit longer. And then after that, things are going to clear out once again, and then a potential of more snow to move in going into next Friday, 2 weeks from now. So this is much further forecasting. The focus is going to be on this Friday. Take a look at some of those snowfall numbers. A potential of ½ an inch over in Caldwell, about a ½ an inch plus over in Eagle, and these numbers could potentially fluctuate just depending on where the system moves in. We've still got a couple more model runs before it arrives Thursday night into Friday morning, but these are the numbers that we're seeing right now. Mountain ranges are going to get slammed, so skiers and snowboarders be excited for that. Here's what tomorrow has to hold temperature-wise, sitting into those 40s, just barely. Going to be sitting mostly upper 30s for a majority of the day, but then there's the afternoon. 8 o'clock Thursday night is when we're expecting this initial system to arrive in the Treasure Valley region. Potential of rain expected with those warmer temperatures. 20s expected in McCall and Cascade, 30s almost everywhere else with 40s, and then into the afternoon time is when we're expecting a majority of that snow to arrive. Your McCall extended forecast, there's that drop in temperatures. Expecting the system to arrive going into Thursday and Friday, and then a nice dip is expected, 0 degrees on Saturday. Treasure Valley region's going to feel it too. Teens are going to be expected across the board for the overnight lows, and 40s are going to turn into 30s. The skies are going to clear on out, but the focus is Friday. Potential of rain snow mixes on the way.